Hello, everybody. Sin says good evening. Good evening to you. Good evening to everybody. I know people will be hopping in chat. I remember to mute my own stream this week, so it's the first time in 3 weeks I've actually done that. So, Jacob's second. People are going to be piling in. I'll say hi to everyone as we hop in. Make sure right now, and I always forget to mention this until the very end. Make sure that you guys share this with people. Like, tweet the stream out now. Like here, I'm gonna straight take the link. I'm gonna pop this in here right in the chat. Share that, tweet it out, share it on the Instagrams and the Instaface and Snap books. No, just kidding. But yeah, and make sure you guys follow me on Twitter at Visoki Tweets. I don't have a personal Twitter. Charlie uses his personal Twitter, but it's weird. And I hope that the video quality isn't super weird for you guys. It says I'm watching it in 720, but it looks really bad on mine. So let me know if it looks really bad. I don't know why it would, but that's weird. I'll close out of literally everything else right now. Maybe it'll help. Okay. So let's talk about tonight's episode, shall we? So this episode, if you were here with me and Charlie before, I'll tweet it to your students. Yeah, don't do that. I mean, I don't think it really matters, but whatever. Lag. Oh, God, I hope it just kind of fixes itself, Shannon. I apologize. I'm usually pretty good with technical stuff, so I'm hoping that ends up fixing itself based on the stuff that I kind of X'd out of. All right. So anyway, let's talk about the aftermath of the POV ceremony first, right? Because that's what a lot of people are talking about. This house meeting that was called. So. As we saw on last night's episode, as Charlie and I talked about in depth, if you want to see our long, in-depth discussion about last night's episode, us as in Charlie and I, you can watch last night's episode. We went live last night. And then we talked about how there was a big house meeting after. Well, Haley started feeling really guilty because, as everyone knows, Haley was the hacker this week. And she decided to take a shot at Tyler. She wanted to get Tyler out this week, and it backfired on her because Tyler he basically won POV. He gave the POV to Angela. That way Angela could take him off and put someone up in his place. And Angela assumed that it was Bailey who was the hacker, and it actually was Haley who was the hacker. So based on Haley being so good at making sure that no one was suspicious of her, in turn, it made them suspicious of Bailey. So it ended up making her feel really bad, and really what put it over the edge, I think CBS did a good job of showing this conversation, which is basically Bailey was like, yeah, whoever the hacker is, like, the worst thing is that they're just like being a terrible person and like letting me stew. They're just, they basically blamed me for it. And then, even though they know that they're the hacker. And, that hit Haley hard because that was not her intentions. She just wanted to take a shot at Tyler, and she didn't realize how it was going to come off, and that Bailey was going to be the one that ended up putting the line of fire. So Haley comes clean to the house, tells everyone that she's the hacker, and Bailey ends up blowing up on Tyler. Basically, you can take whatever side you want. I know a lot of people on Twitter really hate Bailey now. I like Bailey. I also just realized I really get a shave for tomorrow. Teach the little ones tomorrow. So I got to be up at 6. This will be a shorter episode, but yeah, sorry. Whatever side you take in this argument, Tyler or Bailey, personally, I'm more on the side of Bailey. I know that it's like most people just don't like people that raise their voice in the house. But let's be honest. What put Bailey over the edge was that she was talking in the living room, and she was like, Tyler, you're the one that was throwing Angela under the bus last week, and that's the reason why Bailey didn't use her power this week, is because she thought she was safe because she was working with Angela last week when Bailey was HOH. And then Tyler flat out lied and said that he didn't throw Angela's name out there, which he did. And so, yeah, I mean, Bailey really got the raw end of the deal this week. Didn't make it to jury, as some people were assuming she was going to be it, but Melissa said, Brady, don't you have work tomorrow? It's first day of school for us who live in Florida. Yep. Tomorrow's the first day of school. It's going to be crazy. My first period has like 60 kids in it. So interesting. this is a good audience. They had the best interview. Yeah, we'll talk about that. Let me see. Oh, bye. Tomorrow marks first day of school. Yeah, I feel that, Melissa. I'll catch you later, though. Bailey so lost her cool. Yeah. And in this case, Sin, I don't blame Bailey for kind of losing her cool. Because I don't know. There's nothing more infuriating than when you catch someone in a lie on their side and not yours. And even though you're in the right, because Bailey wasn't the hacker, Bailey wasn't lying about. So if you're in Bailey's position, I mean, that really sucks that everyone's taking Tyler's side and it feels like everyone's against you. You're prone to blow up, you know? Tyler should have worded it better when asking if Angela was going up. Yeah, see, in Tyler's mind, he thought that basically it seemed like Tyler thought last week that Bailey was definitely going to put Angela up. And so Tyler, what he should have said is like, who are you thinking of putting up? Angela? He could have done that, but instead he said, so if someone, you know, comes off, Angela goes up, right? That's him throwing it out. Sorry for the lag, Coleman. You can always try refreshing. It might be better. So let's talk about, anyway, Bailey gets evicted. No shocker there. By a vote of 6-1. The only vote for her was Sam, which some people, I don't know. Do you think it was a strategic vote, or do you guys think that it was a sympathy vote? Personally, I'm one to think that it was a sympathy vote. Oh, also let me turn my own stream quality. I think it was a sympathy vote by Sam. I don't think it was anything more or less than that. And yeah, so we get into the head of household competition. It's an elimination competition style where 2 people were picked at random at first. And then you had to be the first person to decode a hashtag. The hashtag was just spelled out all one sentence, no spaces or whatever. It's like people actually put on Twitter with these ridiculous hashtags. But all the letters were lowercase and uppercase, and it was really hard to read. So pretty much that was it. The first person to decode it and answer A, B, or C correctly, that person advanced through, and then the other person was eliminated. And then the person who wins has to pick the 2 people that go up next. So long story short, it comes down to Haley and JC. So we are guaranteed to see a power flip somewhere. And then he ends up beating JC in the last round. So Haley is your new HOH. Keep in mind, a lot of people on Twitter were going after Haley. They don't like the move that Haley did because Haley voted Bailey out. Some people are saying as to what was going on with the vote, and Sam was actually trying to flip the vote. Would have had, you know, Haley, Fessy, JC, and Sam all voting to keep Bailey. Bailey could have stayed, but who knows? Haley got so lucky. If her side didn't win, she would have been screwed, says Coleman. Yeah, Haley would have definitely been screwed. Haley would have been the first one up on the block for sure. She made herself a target by announcing that she's the hacker. And then, like many people have been saying in chat, Tyler's definitely using his power. I mean, look, hey, I'm going to put a lot of you guys on the spot. You guys said last week Bailey should save her power this week, and look what happened. You know what I mean? She absolutely should have used her power this week. And I mean, yes, hindsight's 2020, but I was saying, you know, as soon as Angela was up, Bailey needs to use her power, and she didn't. So Lester, we're just doing a little bit of a recap. Welcome to the stream. And so Bailey got sent home. There was a whole big scene with right after a house meeting that was called by Haley. Haley revealed to the house that she's the hacker. So Haley's painted a big target on herself, and Tyler has a big target on himself as well. Herself, I should say, and then himself. And so then Haley won HOH, and Haley's definitely going to try to put Tyler up, but it's not going to work. Now, the real question is ignorant Betch says, I lost my voice from screaming because Haley won HOH. I was pretty happy. Look, as a fan of the show, I think hopefully we can all agree we want the most entertaining episodes possible, right? And the way to make everything the most entertaining is simply by having a change in power on a week-to-week basis. Those are the best seasons when the house is evenly split, half and half between people. You've got very strategic people on one side of the house, very on both sides of the houses. I mean, physical competitors on both sides, and it's just back and forth. Power is constantly changing. You never know who's going to go home. And level 6 has been running everything for quite a while, specifically Tyler. And now that people understand that Tyler's been playing both sides a little more, I think level 6 might. I think Angela and Brett are definitely going to be more close with each other than Tyler. I think they're going to be more inclined to get Tyler out now. And same with Casey. But Haley's going to try to put up Tyler for sure. Tyler's going to use his power unless Tyler somehow swings. This would be crazy. If Tyler can somehow swing where he tells like Casey, hey, you should go talk to Haley and convince her that backdooring me is the only way to get me out because, you know, Tyler's a comp beast. And if he gets nominated, then he's definitely going to win POV and take himself off. If that is enough to scare Haley into trying to backdoor Tyler and then he uses his power at the POV when someone wins and goes to use it, that would be a big power move. That'd be huge. That'd be huge. YUGE. How's the hacker going to play this week? Now that's tough, man. That's the other thing. Like, I don't know. Can Haley be the hacker in back-to-back weeks? I don't think they explicitly said if she couldn't or couldn't. Yeah, and that's what Tyler's saying. Might want to save the power for a backdoor. It would be tough. And Coleman said 100% true. That's what made last season cancer. Yeah, I mean that if one side of the house is just in power all the time, it's tough. It's just a tough watch. You know what I mean? I like when it's back and forth. Hacker is a total wild card. Yeah, and if they're gonna keep giving the hacker this much power every week, it's gonna be big. Something I've taken note of, and sorry for yawning. I've been up since like 5:30 today. I had like the preschool jitters going on. I was just working on my classroom all day. But God, I can't remember what I was gonna say. Something I've been noticing. JC's been doing really well in all competitions. Like he's had some flubs and stuff like that, but he's been competitive in like all of them. I feel like people are really overlooking JC, people as in other people in the house, because he hasn't really won anything, but really well. And let's say some of the bigger targets get knocked off. If we see some power moves get made and Tyler and Brett get knocked off, JC's the next one up. I think JC's a better physical competitor than Fessy, personally. And he's got great endurance as well, so. There's no way Tyler's going home. He just wins too many comps. I think that's why he might save his oh wait. Hold on. How many people are left? I think Tyler has to use it if there's in the final 8. So either way, Tyler's using the power this week. So we'll see. That'll be crazy if he used it and saved himself from getting put up initially and then got backdoored. That would be nuts. Like basically that would be causing himself to be backdoored. Also, no one has won 2 HOHs yet, which is awesome. Yeah, I would agree with that because it's forcing people to play. You know what I mean? And then you have people like Sam who have just kind of gone back into hiding after winning a HOH. You have people like Tyler that won HOH and then just continue to play hard. So it's nice. Tyler had 8 weeks to use power. I thought that Tyler had it until 8 people were left in the game. How many people are left in the game right now? Never mind. There was 16. So we've got time. We've got time. But anyway, I don't want to spend too much time talking about it. Bay had to use it by final 8. Okay. Makes sense. Okay. So Tyler has 8 weeks. Scotty will win another HOH. A lot of people really like Scotty. He's laying low. I think Scotty's playing a pretty good game. Anytime there's a big fight like that between Bailey and Tyler, and now that Haley's in the spotlight, someone like Scotty, a lot of people were coming after him, he's sitting really good right now. He's very lucky. He's very fortunate that happened. Anyway, I'm not going to talk too much about anything else, guys. I know it's not the longest episode. You know, it's only going to be like 15 minutes long. So I apologize. And Coleman says Casey's the only dud in this season. She's not entertaining at the bottom of the barrel in alliances and no comps. I would agree with that. For the most part, I think Casey can be entertaining. I think having that punishment actually helped her a lot. And I'm starting to come around on Brett. The granny segment tonight was amazing. Ton says 11 left in the house. So we're gonna see Jerry pretty soon. Sin says, have a great first day. Thank you very much. It's a little weird that I signed up to always have a first day of school, right? But yeah. You have 10 minutes left. Oh man. Can't do it. Can't do another 10 minutes. Okay. Anyway, guys, I will be back at the latest next Thursday as per usual. Make sure you share this video around, give it a like, and subscribe. Click the bell so you know when we go live, and hopefully next time I see you, I can try to drag Charlie in. And if you're interested at all in our wrestling podcasts, I know it's not as popular as this one is, and that's totally fine. But me and Charlie and Garrett have a great time recording the podcast, and I think tomorrow we're going to be doing it live, like a late night episode, so should be fun. Anyway, stay awesome, people. I'll see you at the latest next Thursday, probably sooner. See ya.